Yeah, y'all. We got more news about this Gucci Man and Pooh Shiesty situation. You know, cause now the story being passed around. People saying Gucci got kidnapped. People saying he done got pistol whipped. People saying he got his ring took, his watch took. The story is just spiraling out of control, man. So we coming with some new information. Let's see what's going on now.
The rumors that gang members on behalf of Pooh Shiesty kidnapped Gucci Mane, robbed him, and then forced him to sign and release Pooh Shiesty out of his record deal is getting worse for Gucci, right? The rumors are heating up. We'll get back to the video shortly, but this video is sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is a prediction app where you could place predictions on anything, including weather, football games. If you're placing predictions on football games this playoff, then you need to know that Kalshi is the only app that allows you to place predictions on things outside of stats. You could place a prediction on whether or not the announcer will say what a catch during a game, or if a bird will fly by on the field. Kalshi gives you more options and more opportunities to win. Use Kalshi when predicting on football games this playoffs. Click the link in my description to download the app and use code FLACO to get $10 when you sign up and place your first deposit. In our last video, we addressed two rumors. Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane is currently beefing. Pooh Shiesty clicked up with Gucci Mane's op Yo Gotti to get back at Gucci Mane, and then gang members robbed Gucci on behalf of Pooh Shiesty.
I don't know who need to hear this, man, but no, I'm lying. Hey, Gucci Mane, LaFleur, you want to sign 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize Gotti all because he your wife. Then you dropped them little niggas and killed Pooh, and not Gotti done took Pooh Shiesty from you. How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your #1 artist? You gotta tighten up, Gucci. All that goofy shit you were doing. Signing 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee, you ain't never heard them mixtape. Just signing a nigga trying to antagonize a nigga.
Gucci Mane, that wedding ring, gone. Yeah, they hit him with the Suge Knight, bruh. They took Gucci Mane wedding ring and they took his watch.
When he said they gave him the Suge Knight, he's obviously referencing how Suge Knight in his prime was known to pull up on people and by threat make them sign over whatever he make them want to sign over rather.
And that's where we started at. But what we get into now, like, it done even got crazy and crazy and crazy. It's like the more the story lingered, the more parts get added to it, the more they say different things happen, the more they say different people was there. Like, it's just a whole mess.
Is a label owner releasing an artist that he want to sign, or rather is an artist who masters he want to own, who will make that artist sign over his masters to him? That's the Suge Knight tactic. He's claiming that Pooh Shiesty did the same to Gucci.
So, Gucci, you know this is 100% true. Hit me up, I can get you it back. But as it stands right now, bruh, Gucci Mane walking around wedding ringless right now, and he ain't got no watch. I'm not going to say who robbed him. Pooh Shiesty was not there, but it definitely went on after Pooh Shiesty left. Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane got into an altercation as far as a little back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pooh Shiesty wasn't hearing that Gucci Mane had to say. Gucci Mane want Pooh Shiesty on the team, but hell nah. So what ends up happening is space in the place. Can't give you too much specific details because if I do, then y'all know that's all bad. But as soon as Pooh Shiesty got up out of there, left, got in his car, pulled off, he ain't knowing what the hell going on. All he knows is he happy that Gucci Mane signed him up out that goddamn deal.
Obviously, this is a really, 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 really bad look for Gucci if this happened. And the only thing really left to figure out is, did it happen as badly as people claim it happened, or did it happen slightly not as bad? Because something happened. For sure, an altercation happened.
And that's a fact. Some did happen. So all y'all people, it ain't true. It ain't true. It's some truth to it. It's something went on. Something went down for sure.
Happened between some gang members on behalf of Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. But the only thing left to figure out is, did it happen as badly as people are saying it happened? Right? Now, a couple of dominoes have happened since our last video. The source of hints towards the latter, that maybe this is just as bad as people is saying it is. So when Pooh Shiesty was recently released from jail, Gucci Mane wrote this beautiful tribute to Pooh Shiesty. Gucci Mane wrote, "Welcome home to a real one, my ninja. Pooh Shiesty, the energy different now. Same hustle, new chapter. Shiesty back and free, the only way it's supposed to be. Real ones never fold. Time to shake the streets up. WAP, proud of you, 1017. So, again, he expressed this beautiful tribute, and it was up on his page up until the day after the incident, supposedly happened. Because now if you go to Gucci Mane's Instagram, all traces of Pooh Shiesty has now vanished, which also will play into the narrative that Gucci Mane has released Pooh Shiesty, because we don't see Pooh Shiesty anywhere on his page a day after the alleged robbery and kidnapping took place. A lot of us were pretty early reporting this story because a lot of us got our information from people who placed themselves there, who placed themselves at the scene and claimed they witnessed the altercation. That's what they said. Now, but the news were pretty much, I'll say, it started off on like the underground hip hop media section of YouTube, right? Like me, Seti Nash, King AK, Chicks Moves, right? Like the underground urban hip hop media niche section of YouTube. But it began to get a little worse for Gucci Mane once the news
and me, because I was on top of it. Drop a Buddha bun for me being on top of it. You know what I'm saying? I got my own bum out here. They gonna start respecting these Buddha bums, man. I'm telling you, respect that Buddha bum, man. We out here. We on top of it. We gonna get to the bottom of it, too.
began to escape the underground hip-hop media niche, and it began to get mainstream. And when it got mainstream, it wasn't a bunch of mainstream bloggers shooting it down. It was a bunch of mainstream bloggers saying, yeah, I heard something very similar too. One of the mainstream bloggers who came out was Tasha K, the amazing, the beautiful Miss Tasha K, right? And she took to her Twitter and she says, yes, allegedly Gucci Mane was kidnapped by Pooh Shiesty and held at gunpoint until he signed a contract releasing him from his Death Row Records 2.0 situation. A very strong source connected to the situation called me and filled me in. There was no confirmed robbery, just an alleged contract release, so Pooh could freely sign to Yo Gotti. On Monday, I'll drop the rest of the deets. This is allegedly the real reason Pooh Shiesty was arrested, and they're allegedly trying to cover it up. If what I'm being told is true, everything is allegedly. Even my name is allegedly. See y'all Monday. Now,
and I got a question. I dropped the information to y'all that was given to me. Y'all called me a like, but y'all said Tasha K was telling the truth. Make it make sense. I wasn't there, so I can't say if, you know what I'm saying, Gucci Mane got kidnapped or not. But that's what Tasha K said, and y'all said her story true.
I think Pooh Shiesty went back to the halfway house. People, again, I'm not a criminal, all right? I don't know how jail works, okay? I've never been in prison. But Pooh Shiesty is like in a halfway house. I think you can have like releases or you have like permission to leave the halfway house briefly. Yeah, and this apparently took place when Pooh Shiesty left the halfway house. Now he's back in the halfway house. So I don't know how that particularly works. Now, another mainstream blogger, Adam22, he will say that he talked to a lot of industry people who are in the know, and they all told him they heard something very similar, but because, you know, they weren't there themselves, they're unwilling to say this is 100% true, but they were also told the same exact things that us, the underground hip-hop media bloggers, reported 2 or 3 days before anybody else.
There's got to be a reason. Bro, I'm telling you, the whole music industry has heard this rumor. Everybody's heard this rumor and nobody can confirm 100%. So maybe there is a real sincere effort to keep it low key, but it's not like this is being swept under the rug. And I'm just now starting to see YouTubers make videos about it. Traplo Ross just dropped a video about it.
Because people are talking about it. He ain't got, what details does he have?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. It's like a half hour. But there's crazy rumors going on in the streets.
About what?
And I feel like people are scared to report on this. It's starting to really trickle out.
Don't go there.
Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane.
Oh, yeah. He signed Pooh Shiesty before,
yes.
5-6 years ago.
Okay. Now, I don't want to tell you what I'm about to tell you, but I've had multiple Memphis insiders tap in with me, not Stan G.
You ain't had no multiple fucking go man.
I have.
And this
I don't need that either because a lot of other people have been tapping in about it. But the story that's going around that everybody's scared to report on, and this is just a rumor, is that basically Pooh Shiesty and Choppa Gang ran down on Gucci Mane, relieved him of some of his possessions, and basically forced him to sign a contract releasing Pooh Shiesty from 1017, the label.
Now, I wasn't there. I didn't say Choppa Gang robbed Gucci Mane. But if Adam 22 said, why y'all ain't calling him a liar? So if Adam 22 said it got to be true, Tasha K said it got to be true, okay, I'm just bringing y'all the information that they bringing us. But they said it was Choppa Gang. First they said it was the 60s. Now they said it was Choppa Gang. Then they said it was like some security that was with Pooh, like, or something. I don't know, man. It's just one big mess.
Okay, well, here's the thing on that, right?
That's what a lot of people are saying. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying a lot of people.
No, hold on.
I hit a couple industry insiders.
And Wack 100 trying to sit up there like he was oblivious and he was on Seti Nash Live. Tell it, Wack. If you gonna tell it, Wack. If it was on Clubhouse, you would tell it.
Insiders, just to get their thoughts, like, yo, you think this is true? They all heard the same rumor as me, and they all weren't able to confirm 100%.
I don't think y'all understand, bro, like how many people in the industry has heard. Probably almost everybody in the industry has been told, oh, yeah, that happened, bro. But nobody is really brave enough to come forward and say, Gucci Mane got robbed and kidnapped, because nobody really want to put their name on this 100%. But like we've all heard the same stories from people who have claimed I was there. We've all heard the same stories. It's been confirmed to almost everybody, but nobody is willing to come forward and say, "Hey, I'm a mainstream blogger. I think," you feel me? Because like it's Gucci Mane we're talking about here, right? And it just seems so outlandish that nobody really wants to believe it, you know? Now, they will continue to discuss. Now, the one thing they got to where I disagree, they started to talk about how they can't see Pooh Shiesty being dumb enough to get out the feds and pull this off. I 100% think Pooh Shiesty would be dumb enough. But any man who is dumb enough as a multi-millionaire to pull off a robbery for some J's and weed, you are somebody who I can 100% see, right, doing a crime to this magnitude after getting released from the feds, 100%. Pooh Shiesty ain't no reformed. Bro, Pooh Shiesty got out and dropped a song called FDL where he's talking about still riding around with Blix. Bro, Pooh Shiesty ain't this reformed person, bro. Pooh Shiesty is still in the streets doing street stuff. Like that Fat Time ain't teach Pooh Shiesty a goddamn thing about nothing.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's one thing. If he got a release, then maybe it's some truth to it.
Yeah.
If he don't got a release, there's no truth to it. But I think it's bullshit because why would Pooh Shiesty's, we haven't heard Gucci Mane mention any of this, and why would Pooh Shiesty's team put that out when this is identical to the same type of case, controlling case, he just did time in the feds on?
And I agree. That sounds insane to get out of doing 4 years.
Because he Pooh Shiesty. Why wouldn't he get out and do it again? It's what he good at. You know what I'm saying? FBI, open up! It's what he do. Like, he good at it. Why wouldn't he get out and do it again?
Years in the feds and then immediately do something that would basically get you right back in the feds.
No. That's not insane. Insane is your team putting that out there in the streets.
But nobody's putting it out there. This is just
somebody had to put it out there.
Listen, loose lips sink ships. I've just been hearing about it. I'm guessing that they're probably trying to not have it be out there because nobody wants to see Pooh go back to the feds.
We haven't heard Gucci Mane say anything.
Would you if you got the shit beat out you and had all your shit took?
That's my point. So that means it would have to come from the Pooh Shiesty side.
Listen.
He's still in the fucking halfway house.
That is true.
So, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, it got to be some bullshit.
And that's my thing, too.
Unless he's that damn stupid.
Gucci lives in Miami. He
lives in Florida.
He probably goes to Atlanta a bit, maybe Memphis. I don't know. Like,
Who's in Dallas,
where would this have taken place? Pooh is in Dallas, right?
Who's in Dallas?
So it's like the only, like, why would they have even been in the same place unless they had arranged a meeting? Here's the thing, too. I feel like personally that things have been probably pretty bad with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane for a little while. When you listen to the FDO song that Pooh Shiesty put out, he's shouting out Yo Gotti. Anybody who fucks with Gucci Mane, it seems to me, you do not fuck with Yo Gotti.
And the Yo Gotti aspect makes this to me all that more believable. Bro, Yo Gotti was literally stalking and hunting Young Dolph down from state to state. Young Dolph got shot in LA by Yo Gotti's people. They were literally following Young Dolph from state to state to state to state to state, trying to get Dolph. Right? So Yo Gotti has expertise in this.
Right, man. Rest up to my boy Flipper. Y'all already know.
Gucci Mane, it seems to me, you do not fuck with Yo Gotti. Like, these lines have been drawn in the sand. That's not like a cool thing. If you're signed to Gucci Mane, you are not showing Yo Gotti love. So that right there stands out to me too. And I mean, some of the people, because this is the whole thing with us.
Maybe it's some Memphis love.
This is the whole thing with us not having like a clear source on this. Because I had people hitting me up saying, yeah, Pooh Shiesty and some of Gotti's people are the one who did this. Again, no clue.
Now y'all throwing
I'm guessing
Gotti
that the
in
full version of the story is not as exciting.
See what I'm saying? They done blame the 60s. They done blame Chopper Gang. They done blame, that's who it was, Yo Gotti people. And nobody know. But the part of the story that's not changing is the fact that Gucci had guns put on him and he was robbed for his watch and his ring. You got the Monday to make something happen, man. That's all I'm saying. This is crazy, bro. It is, and they said it happened in L.A. And that's what I told people too. Y'all remember Dolph got shot in L.A. When I ain't gonna lie. You know, Gotti Camp done pulled out some state-to-state moves. I ain't finna go over all of them, but if you know, you know. If you done kept up with the situations, if you know, you know. So they not privy to doing stuff outside of Memphis. They probably got the most stuff stamped doing outside of Memphis that you know that they did that happened for sure. So doing this to a Gucci man that ain't had no guys or like no security really with him or none of that, like that wouldn't be nothing to take care of. Oh, this is terrible.
Exciting as what we're getting at.
Why would Gotti have anything to do with that?
Because Pooh Shiesty is like the king of Memphis right now in terms of like not up and coming, but like hot young rappers. He's basically the whole deal. And he's also the one rapper that didn't pick a side between CMG and Paper Route. And as a result, you can imagine that, you know, Yo Gotti probably on his line, like trying to do something for him, especially since Gucci seems like he's at an all-time low in terms of interest in promoting new artists or pushing the label side of 10-7.
I'm going to just leave it up to y'all, man. After hearing all sides, what do you guys think? Who do you guys believe?
Like I said, man, something happened. I don't know who did it. They done blame Pooh Shiesty did it. They done blame the Rolling 60s. Now they saying Yo Gotti people did it. I don't know who did it. But it was done on behalf of Pooh Shiesty. And Gucci ain't showed that watch. That picture of that ring he got with the loose leaves, that's old. So I'll get in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.